In the heart of the valley lay the village of Meadowbrook, and flowing beside it was a stream known simply as the Quiet River. It wasn't grand or mighty like the thundering Silverfall River on the other side of the mountain. The Quiet River just flowed. It was so gentle you could barely hear it.
The children of the village would often play by its banks, but they rarely swam in it.
"It's too boring,"
They'd say, preferring to tell tales of the roaring Silverfall. The farmers, like Old Man Hemlock, would often grumble about it.
"Useless trickle," he'd mutter, gesturing with his spade. "Can't even power a mill. All it does is take up good land." Most villagers agreed.
They saw the river as a quiet, lazy neighbor, pleasant to look at, but utterly useless.
Their pride was the Silverfall, the distant,
Powerful giant that fed the larger region, even though its waters never reached their own fields directly.
Then came the year the sun forgot to rest. Spring arrived without its usual showers, and summer scorched the earth with a relentless, fiery breath.
The vibrant green fields of Meadowbrook turned a brittle, dusty brown.
The village well, once a hub of cheerful gossip, became a place of anxious whispers as its water level dropped day by day.
Old Man Hemlock's prized pumpkins, once the size of barrels, withered on the vine.
Desperation began to creep into the village like a morning fog. The Silverfall River, their source of pride, had shrunken to a pathetic stream, its mighty roar reduced to a wheeze. Its waters were rationed, and Meadowbrook was too far down the list to receive any. The village council met every evening, their faces etched with worry.
They tried everything: prayers, ancient rituals, even sending a delegation to plead for a share of the Silverfall's water. But they returned empty.
Hope was drying up faster than the land itself.
One sweltering afternoon, a young girl named Alara was sitting by the quiet river.
Listlessly tossing pebbles into its placid waters,
She was heartbroken, watching her mother's flower garden wilt.
As she stared at the stream, she noticed something odd.
while everything else was shrinking and dying, the quiet river just kept flowing.
It was no wider or deeper than before, but it was constant. It was still there. An idea sparked in her mind.
She ran to the village square where the elders were debating another hopeless plan.
"The quiet river,"
she exclaimed, out of breath.
"It's still flowing. We can use its water." Old Man Hemlock scoffed. "That bulo? Child, it wouldn't be enough for one field, let alone the whole village." But Ilara was persistent. "It's better than nothing. We have to try."
Her earnest plea stirred something in the exhausted villagers. Maybe she was right. What did they have to lose?
Led by Ilara's father, they grabbed their buckets and spades. They worked together, digging shallow channels from the riverbank towards their parched fields. It was slow, arduous work under the blazing sun.
At first, it seemed Hemlock was right.
The water they diverted was just a trickle.
But they didn't give up.
Day after day, they widened the channels, working in shifts from dawn till dusk. The quiet river never seemed to protest.
It just gave what it had, silently and consistently. Slowly, miraculously, the parched earth began to drink.
The brown fields started to show faint hints of green. The wilted leaves on the plants perked up as if taking a deep, life-giving breath. The drought eventually broke with the autumn rains, but the lesson the quiet river taught Meadowbrook was never forgotten.
They looked at the gentle stream with new eyes, with respect and gratitude. It hadn't roared or demanded attention.
It hadn't boasted of its power.
It had simply been there, offering its steady, silent strength when it was needed most.
They built a small, beautiful stone bridge over it, not to conquer it, but to honor it.
The children's games changed.
Now they would sit by the bank and listen, not to Aroar,
but to the gentle, life-sustaining murmur.
Old Man Hemlock was often seen by the river, no longer grumbling,
But quietly tending to the wildflowers that now grew along its banks. The villagers of Meadowbrook learn that true, dependable strength isn't always loud and dramatic.
Sometimes it's the quiet, constant presence that holds the power to save you. Thank you for watching! If this story resonated with you, please like and subscribe for more.